Welcome back. So as we go through this whole walking pattern, there's another type of muscle that we use, our big butt muscles, our glute max. We use those towards the end of that stance pattern before we do the push off. We want to go over that because that's an important muscle that a lot of times people don't feel. We often just propel our legs forward, but we don't always feel that inner thigh or that posterior thigh muscle. So let's go through this. So when we're walking, we have our heel strike, our weight shift to get our inner thigh, our quads, and then before we push off, there's our butt muscle back here that kicks in to allow our hip to extend. Let me move that a little bit more. So as we're going through here, we step, our glute max kicks in before I do that push off. That glute max muscle is very important. It provides us a lot of stability when our leg is behind us. And I often see people with body pains and issues where their leg does not come behind their hip and this muscle doesn't kick in. Sometimes it's kicked in too much, but a lot of times it doesn't ever kick in at all. And I'll see people where they step, and when they step, they bring their other foot forward, and this back leg doesn't ever get back, and they lose the ability to activate their glute max muscles. So we want to let that leg go behind us to activate our glute muscles. Now, they activate, then they relax so your legs can swing through. There's a process to it. So when we walk, there's a process of things activating, then they let go, then they activate, then they let go. It is throughout our body and through our movements, especially when we're doing reciprocal movements, we don't want everything to tighten up and stay tight. There should be a activation phase, then it relaxes. Activates, and then it relaxes. That allows us and allows our joints to move smoothly and fluidly. If this back muscle doesn't work, often the low back muscles take over. If we're walking a stepping gait, and it's hard for me to even do it because I'm so used to using my glute muscles, our body becomes more rigid. If our back muscles are used a lot, then it becomes harder to get those glute max muscles activated. It changes our body position and we don't feel the need to use our glute max muscles much if our low back is arched. So these are just some things to consider when you're looking at how you walk, is when you step and towards the end before you lift up your heel, do you feel a slight activation of those glute muscles? Do you feel it on both sides? Do you only feel it on one side? It's all very important information to know and can really help you determine where some problems are in your body so that you can get help. As we go through this whole gait cycle, I'm teaching you a lot, but all of it's valuable. All of it, you can take this information to whoever you use to help you with your health and say, hey, when I walk in front of you, do you see this happening? And when you do it, walk for a few minutes, get into a rhythm, have them really look at you. Because often when someone looks at you, you kind of get that almost like a model persona, and you start changing things. So get into a lackadaisical conversation and just walk back and forth, and you'll just kind of get into your normal rhythm of walking, and that's when your true patterns start to show up. That's when whoever is helping you can really see, okay, you are not allowing your leg to extend behind you during the end of that stance of that leg on the ground. Very, very apparent. So obviously I'm here to help you as well. We do virtual sessions where we work one-on-one with people and coach them on how to change their whole tension in their body, calm their nervous system down, change how they move, especially how they walk. Hope this was helpful. Reach out to me, amy@paberinstitute.com, pabrinstitute.com. Would love to hear from you. Have a great week. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys.